Elon Musk is undeniably a man of many ambitions. One minute, the tech billionaire is designing systems to catch rockets in midair, as if it's a casual game of catch. The next, he's rumored to be eyeing his next big move, potentially buying Ford. And we are not just talking about a Ford car, but the entire company. Yes, you heard that right. Elon Musk has recently announced plans to actually buy Ford. This is in line with a partnership Elon Musk intends to create between his company, Tesla, and Ford. So what are the implications of this Tesla-Ford partnership, you might ask? This and many more we'd be discussing in this video. But what better way is there to start than to start from the very beginning? Last year, in May 2023, Jim Farley and Elon Musk, the CEO of Ford and the CEO of Tesla, respectively, announced that they entered into a strategic partnership in the United States and Canada. Based on this partnership, starting from next year, Ford EV customers will have access to more than 12,000 Tesla superchargers across the US and Canada. This is in addition to the over 10,000 DC fast chargers that are already part of the Blue Oval Charge network, doubling the number of fast chargers available to Ford EV customers in 2024. Drivers will connect to the V3 superchargers via a Tesla-developed hardware adapter that converts Tesla's North American charging standard cable to the combined charging system port. That comes standard on the F-150 Lightning, Mustang Mach-E, and others. This will give Ford EV customers unprecedented access to fast chargers. Musk offered Tesla's electric charging network for Ford's electric vehicles, facilitating the expansion of the charging infrastructure for these vehicles on the continent. This collaboration was officially announced in May 2023, generating great enthusiasm in the automotive sector. Since then, this charging network has been available for Ford cars. Widespread access to fast charging is absolutely vital to the growth of an EV brand, and this breakthrough agreement comes as Ford is ramping up production of its popular Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning, and preparing to launch a series of next-generation EVs starting in 2025. Farley also announced that Ford's next-generation EVs would also be made with Tesla-style charging ports, in addition to CCS chargers, used by most other EV markers, as Tesla's charging stations outnumber CCS stations in the United States. In the meantime, an adapter is needed to connect non-Tesla vehicles, which utilize different charging technology, to Tesla's network. Ford says the partnership will more than double access to fast chargers for its owners. But it may take some time to distribute the adapters to all customers. We are supply constrained as we move forward, and we do believe that in the initial phases of launch, demand will exceed supply. Ken Williams, Ford's Director of Charging and Energy Services, said during a media briefing, "We are going to try to manage that demand on a first-come, first-served basis." But why exactly would Ford want to get into a partnership with Tesla? Hell, why should Ford allow Elon to go on with his plans? You see, in the US, several states have started to push for mass adoption of electric vehicles, with some states like New York and California passing bills to stop the sales of new gas-powered vehicles by 2025. However, many citizens have pointed out that long stretches of roads lack the charging infrastructure necessary to make electric cars a viable option for Americans. Hence, Musk invited other EV makers to build vehicles using Tesla charging ports. Tesla's NACS, North America Charging Standard, ChargePort, and the company's extensive network of superchargers are largely considered the gold standard when compared to Combined Charging System, CCS. And it appears other automakers are ready to make Tesla's system the industry standard. In May 2023, Ford was the first to agree to team up with Tesla and adopt the NACS plug. Then, several other automakers started to announce agreements with Tesla. Why were they eager to team up with Tesla? This is due to the less than stellar reliability of the CCS network, which has been a challenge for Ford and other automakers as they aim to ramp up sales of their own EVs. Potential buyers of a Ford or EV might like what they experience on a test drive, but without a reliable charging network, they are at a disadvantage to Tesla. These new deals should go a long way toward leveling the charging playing field. Tesla's plugs are considerably smaller and lighter than the CCS plugs, which can be cumbersome for drivers to use. Also, the NACS connector is optimized for high-speed charging within Tesla's supercharger network. This enables Tesla owners to enjoy rapid charging speeds, making it convenient for long-distance travel. If Ford is eager to win customers who are new to EVs, improving accessibility to fast chargers is a high priority. For automakers like Ford that are betting billions on a big shift to EVs, reliability issues with CCS chargers have been seen as a potential barrier to wider adoption. But then, Tesla opened up the NACS standard, inviting charging network operators and other automakers to use its plug design. For both Ford and other automakers, that change offered a shortcut and the potential for big savings. What will Tesla gain? Thus far, it looks like the only partner benefiting from the Tesla-Ford partnership is Ford. However, this isn't really the case. Tesla also has a lot to gain and will be exploring these potential benefits for Tesla. If Elon Musk succeeds in his plan to create that Tesla-Ford partnership we've all been waiting for, Tesla is bound to achieve some major milestones. The first is obvious. If more people use superchargers, you make more money selling them electricity. According to the company's earnings report, supercharging is a relatively small but growing business. Opening the network up to non-Tesla vehicles is a big part of how it will continue to grow. Especially in areas where superchargers have excess capacity, it makes sense to monetize that by making it easier for other EVs to plug in and charge. The other reason this is good for Tesla is that there has been a push to standardize charging for all EVs. In Europe, for example, all vehicles use CCS, including Tesla. By making the network open to non-Tesla EVs, Tesla is eligible for federal funding under government initiative to expand EV infrastructure. Not only that, but the fact that Ford is adopting NACS means that it's more likely other manufacturers will do the same. That puts pressure on third-party charging providers like Electrify America and ChargePoint to switch from CCS, creating more competition and a better experience for drivers. The EV leader will also certainly enjoy the added revenue it receives from Ford EV owners each time they charge at a supercharger station. Tesla's primary motivation may be even simpler, as its mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, and to give every EV owner access to ubiquitous and reliable charging is a cornerstone of that mission. Implications of this partnership. If Tesla and Ford were to form a partnership, what would the potential impacts be? Tesla operates arguably the largest, most widespread, and, importantly, the most reliable charging network in America. Tesla is also the largest EV manufacturer in the world, so if there's an argument to be made for who's winning the charging standard war, it's Tesla. Ford's partnership with Tesla is a smart move, providing a big benefit to its customers for the small cost of a hardware adapter. Owners of Ford electric trucks and SUVs will have easy access to the more than 12,000 Tesla superchargers and to more than 10,000 DC fast charging stations. Through the partnership between Ford and Tesla, EV subscription users will gain unprecedented access to this vast charging network. This expanded charging infrastructure means that EV users can easily find compatible charging stations, significantly reducing charging time and enhancing the overall convenience of their electric vehicle experience. The move directly addresses range anxiety, which has long been a significant barrier to EV adoption, by offering drivers more choice and greater access to EV charging. The automobile companies are helping to accelerate EV adoption and, in turn, our progress towards sustainable transportation. By joining forces with Tesla, both Ford and other automakers, which have long acknowledged that lack of EV charging infrastructure stood in the way of their successful transition to becoming EV companies, will now have instant additional high-speed charging infrastructure for their drivers, which will help with future sales. The arrangement will also bring new revenues to Tesla when drivers of EVs from other makers begin to use the supercharger network. Anything that makes EV charging more accessible to more drivers is a benefit to the industry as a whole, as well as to drivers themselves. This includes Tesla opening its supercharger network to Ford NACS vehicles, as well as making these chargers available to CCS vehicles. Because when the EV charging industry can give all EV drivers a simple, seamless, and always-on charging experience that they can trust, we will see true acceleration of EV adoption. The collaboration between Ford and Tesla aligns with the broader mission of accelerating the transition to sustainable transportation on a global scale. By facilitating access to Tesla's supercharger network, the alliance promotes the adoption of electric vehicles, encouraging more individuals to choose eco-friendly transportation options. For now, however, although Elon Musk has not actually succeeded in his plans to buy Ford, a partnership between Tesla and Ford looks promising. And there you have it, guys, the Ford and Tesla partnership, which grants Ford customers access to Tesla's supercharger network. This is a significant milestone in the electric vehicle industry, as this collaboration will contribute to driving positive change and brings us one step closer to a greener, more sustainable future.